All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so I have this video here, all right, that I pulled offline. All right, and when I seen this video, it reminded me of the letter of Jeremiah, all right, because I just got done reading it the other day, and it reminded me of the letter of Jeremiah, how it says in these guys that are made of silver and brass and of gold, all right, that they are no gods, man, and they're not to be feared, man, and that the other nations worship them, man, and that's exactly what you see here in this video, which is a 90-foot statue of a Hindu god, all right, that was erected in Texas, all right, in 2024, man. All right, and the scriptures say not to worship these gods of silver and of brass and of gold, and they're not to be feared because they are no gods, man. And also that the other nations worship these gods, man. So I'm gonna just play this video real quick, and then we're gonna get into the book of Jeremiah, not the book of Jeremiah, but the letter of Jeremiah, which is part of the book of Baruch. All right, and then we're gonna get into the information of this statue. All right, and then that'll be the video, man. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna show you this video real quick. All right. Now let me say one thing. Let me pause this video real quick. All right, let me say one thing, and this goes to show you the hypocrisy of Esau Edom, man. All right, this is how we know that he's the devil, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the elite banking families, all right? Because, being the devils and the liars that they are, they say that the Bible is the rock of the land, of the United States of America. But what is the first commandment? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. But yet a whole bunch of other gods are worshiping this land. Statues of other gods are being exalted in this land and erected in this land. That goes to show you that Esau Edom, he's a hypocrite, man. All right. Let me play this real quick. All right. There was music behind this video, but I turned the volume off. As you see the statue right here. This is a Hindu statue, a 90-foot Hindu statue that was erected in 2024 in the state of Texas in the US of A. You see? And that these other nations stand before it and they worship it, man. Oh, man. All right. So now let's get into the scriptures, man. All right, let's get into the scriptures. All right, let's get the book of the letter of Jeremiah, as you see at the top, letter of Jeremiah chapter 1, which is part of the book of Baruch, and I'll start at verse 4. All right, it says, now shall ye see in Babylon. All right, are we not in Babylon right now? All right, this scripture is twofold because this is talking about during the time of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. But this is twofold. This is also talking about modern day Babylon, which is America. All right. So letter of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4, it says, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. But say ye in your hearts, O Yahweh, we must worship thee. For my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right. But let's read verse 4 again. It says, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. Now, when you go right here, all right, it tells you about the statue, all right, which this statue is known as the Statue of Union. All right, it's a 90-foot Hindu statue in Texas, like you read right here. It says the Statue of Union, a 90-foot statue of the Hindu god Hanuman, was unveiled at the Sri Lanka Ashtalakshmi Temple in Sugar Land, Texas, United States. It is the 4th tallest statue in the United States after the birth of the New World, the Statue of Liberty, and the Pegasus and the Dragon statue. All right. Now, when you go to the second paragraph, it says, in the middle, it says, it was envisioned by Indian spiritual leader China Jiyar Swami and is made of Panchhatu, an alloy of 5 metals, including gold, silver, copper, zinc, and iron. All right. Did we not just read? All right. That in Babylon there shall be gods of silver and gold. All right, verse 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon, aka America, all right, gods of silver and of gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. You see? All right. So when you see this, let me go back real quick. All right. So it says right here. All right, it was envisioned by Indian spiritual leader China Jiyar Swami and is made of Panchhatu, an alloy of 5 metals, including gold, silver, copper, and zinc and iron. All right, so you know these gods are being erected of gold, silver, and iron, man. All right, and copper and zinc. All right, and just like we're reading here. It says, letter of Jeremiah, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. Beware, therefore, ye in no wise be like unto strangers. Yeah, you Israelites. You're not supposed to be like these other nations, worshiping these strange gods, man. All right, you Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. This lesson is for y'all, the elect of y'all, man. You understand? All right, beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. And that's exactly what you see in this video, man. All right, a multitude of the strangers, all right, in front of them, before them, worshiping them. Look at that, man. All right. Look at that crowd, man. A multitude of strangers behind them, before them, worshiping them, man. The scriptures are nasty, man. All right. All right. So now let's go back into the scriptures. Let's keep reading, man. It says, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver. And I can't wait, man. All right. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Ratazah, I am of the elect, that I get to see the Most High confound all these gods, man. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. All right, when the Lord makes known that he is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that he is the only one, man. All right, and the Lord's getting ready to make his name known, that he is the only one, man. In these last days, that very soon, man. This is right around the corner, man. We ain't got 10, 12, 13 years, bro. You know? I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It says, beware, verse 5, beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them. All right? Yeah, we're not afraid of these fake ass gods these other nations worship, man. All these fake ass Hindu gods and Muslim gods. All right. You know. It says, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. But say ye in your hearts, O Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we must worship thee. For my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls. As for their tongue, it is polished by the workmen. Yeah. All right. These statues and these gods these people worship, man, they got to be cared for, man. That goes to show you that these are no gods, man. What type of God needs to be polished? Or what type of God grows rust on it and now you got to clean it? A God that can't protect from burglars breaking in your house. You know? A God that topples over. You know? Because these other nations, they bow down to these statues and these fake statues and all that, man. You know? It says, as for their tongue, it is polished by the workmen, and they themselves are gilded and laid over with silver, yet are they but false and cannot speak. Ooh. All right, just like you see here. All right, laid over with silver, but yet they are false and cannot speak. Woo. All right. Come on, man. All right. Let's go back. All right. It says, and taking gold as it were for a virgin that loves to go gay, they make crowns for their heads of their gods. Sometimes also the priests convey from their gods gold and silver and bestow it upon themselves. Yeah. What kind of, how are you going to be able to take gold and silver from a god and put it on yourself, man? All right. It says, yea, they will give thereof to the common harlots and deck them as men with garments, being gods of silver and gods of gold and wood. Yet cannot these gods save themselves from rust and moth, though they be covered with purple raiment. They wipe their faces because of the dust of the temple when there is much upon them. And he that cannot put to death one that offendeth him holdeth a scepter as though he were a judge of the country. Yeah, these fake ass gods, man. They have no power, man. All right. He has also in his right hand a dagger and an axe, but cannot deliver himself from war and thieves. All right. Whereby they are known not to be gods, therefore fear them not. Because these are the other nations, all right? Because this is a letter of Jeremiah telling that the men of captivity, that the gods of the other nations are not to be feared, man. That they're no gods, man. All right? And this is more, this couldn't be more relevant today, man. There's nothing new under the sun because we're in modern day Babylon. This was a letter to the people of the captivity of Babylon, of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, but now you got modern day Babylon, which is America, man. You know? It says, verse 16 again, it says, whereby they are known not to be gods, therefore fear them not. Yeah, the only guy you're supposed to be fearing is Yahweh. All right, that's the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh. Yahweh, all right, and his son Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh the Father, Yahweh Shai the Son, and you got to go through Yahweh Shai to get through Yahweh, all right, because you got bugged out ones out there saying you ain't got to worship Yahweh Shai, man, even in Israel, all right, even in this Israelite ministry thing, man. You got false Israelite camps talking about Yahweh Shai not supposed to be worshipped. But yet you got to go through Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh. All right. It says, verse 17, for like as a vessel that a man uses, all right, is nothing worth when it is broken, even so it is with their gods when they be set up in the temple. All right. And that's exactly, you know, how it is with this. They gotta set up their gods, bro. they gotta erect and set up their gods, you know? Like you see right here, they gotta create statues to set up their gods and worship their gods and all that, man. All right. It's crazy. It's a 90-foot statue in Texas, man, made of gold, silver, copper, zinc, and iron. All right. Let's go back real quick. All right. It says, even so it is with their gods when they be set up in the temple, their eyes be full of dust. All right. Thorough the feet of them that come in. All right. And as the doors are made sure on every side upon that offendeth the king, as being committed to suffer death, even so the priests make fast their temples with doors, with locks and bars, lest their gods be spoiled with robbers. You see? All right. They light candles. All right. They light them candles, yea, more than for themselves, whereof they cannot see. All right. They are as one of the beams of the temple, yet they say their hearts are gnawed upon by things creeping out of the earth. And when they eat them and their clothes, they feel it not. Yeah, because they're not gods, man. They're just inanimate objects, man. You know? Like Wisdom of Solomon say, they set their gods on a wall, and then it falls off the wall. And then it breaks when it hits the floor. You are to know that they are no gods, man. Because they cannot see, they cannot hear, they cannot feel, they can't stop themselves from being stolen when thieves break in, just like we're reading right here. All right. It says, even verse 18, even so, the priests make fast their temples with doors, with locks and bars, lest their gods be spoiled and robbers. Yeah, you got to set up locks and bars, and you know, just so your God that you worship can't be stolen. The God that you worship can't even be protected, can't even protect itself. All right. Verse 21, it says, their faces are blacked, all right, through the smoke that comes out of the temple. Upon their bodies and heads sits bats, swallows, and birds, and the cats also. But this you may know, it says, by this you may know that they are no gods. Therefore fear them not. Yeah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. He's the one that's supposed to be feared. I'm talking to you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. This lesson, this video is for y'all, man. The elect of y'all, man. I ain't talking to nobody else. All right. This word ain't for nobody else. All right. It's also, I think it's also in, let's get it, man. All right. What the King David was it? What the King David say in Psalms? I think it was King David. All right. Gods of the other nations be idols. KJV. Let's get that.
According
Psalms
to Bible.com, Psalms
right?
9.
Let's start at verse 4. It says, Psalms 96:4 says, for Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. You see? All right. Verse 5. It says, for the gods of the nations are idols. All right. But Yahweh made the heavens. All right. And just like you see right here, this is an idol, man. All right. A god of gold, silver, brass, bronze, of iron, man. And what do we read in verse 4? It says right here, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and gold and of wood, borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. All right. You see? And then, you know, Jeremiah keeps going in, man. Jeremiah, he went in this whole chapter, man. letting you know that these other gods are not to be feared, bro, that these gods can't even protect themselves, like we were reading earlier. All right, bats and swallows and birds be sitting on these gods, and they be shitting on them. They get eaten by the people, the worms that crawl out the earth, like we read earlier, man. All right, let's read that again. It says, verse 22. Yeah, let's start at verse 20. It says, they are as one of the beams, talking about these false gods. They are as one of the beams of the temple, yet they say their hearts are gnawed upon the things creeping out of the earth. And when they eat them in their clothes, they feel it not. Their faces are blacked through the smoke that comes out of the temple. Upon their bodies and heads sits bats, swallows, and birds, and the cats also. By this you may know that they are no gods. Therefore fear them not. Notwithstanding the gold that is about them, like that statue, all right, the Statue of Union, that Hindu god statue in Texas, all right. Notwithstanding the gold that is about them to make them beautiful, except they wipe off the rust, they will shine. They will not shine. Ooh, all right. For neither when they are molten did they feel it. The things wherein there is no breath are bought for the most high price. They are borne upon shoulders, having no feet. All right. Whereby they declare unto men that they be nothing worth. All right. They also that serve them are ashamed. For if they fall to the ground at any time, they cannot rise up again of themselves. Yeah, if this statue, all right, was to fall, it wouldn't be able to pick itself back up. Shit would just shatter. What type of God just shatters and breaks? What type of God is able to die? All right, you see? Come on, man. All right. It says, they also that serve them are ashamed. Yeah, the people that serve these things, they're ashamed. They know damn well, man. All right. It says, for if they fall to the ground at any time, they cannot rise up again of themselves. Neither if one set them upright can they move of themselves. Neither if they be bowed down can they make themselves straight. But they set gifts before them as unto dead men. All right. As for the things that are sacrificed unto them, their priests sell and abuse. And in like manner their wives lay up part thereof in salt, but unto the poor and impotent they give nothing of. Yeah, all right. The people that it says, I'll read it again and break it down. It says, and for the things that are sacrificed unto them, the priests sell and abuse. Yeah, the people that, you know, they sacrifice, you know, types of goods to these gods, but then they're taken to be sold and then abused. Right. All right. Then it says, in like manner their wives lay up part thereof in salt. Yeah, they take these things. All right. They lay them in salt to preserve them. All right. But unto the poor and impotent they give nothing of. Yeah, they don't give to the poor. All right. It says, menstruous women and women in childbed eat their sacrifice. Yeah. All right. By these things ye may know that they are no gods. Fear them not. All right. For how can they be called gods? Because women set meat before the gods of silver, gold, and wood. All right. And the priests sit in their temples, having their clothes rent, and their heads and beard shaving, and nothing upon their heads. All right. So, you know, this whole chapter is fire, bro. Jeremiah was breaking it down like, yo, don't worship these gods, bro. He was talking to the Israelites, the men of the captivity, man, which were the Israelites, the Jews, man. All right. He was saying these guys, they just silver, bro. These fake ass gods these other nations worship, man. Say these guys can't even help themselves from being stolen. But yet these other nations worship. He said by this we may know that they are no gods. All right. But the main thing I want to get, bro, because bro, scriptures never lie. Jeremiah Letter of Jeremiah 1 and 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold. All right, like you see here. All right, the statue is known as the Statue of Union. All right, a Hindu god. All right, 90 feet tall in Texas, the U.S. of A, man. All right, and it's made out of silver and gold. All right, matter of fact, let's bring that out again. All right, it says right here. All right, right here, it says it was envisioned. Zoom out. By Indian spiritual leader China G.R. Swami and is made of Pankhatu, an alloy of 5 metals including gold, silver, copper, zinc, and iron. All right, when you go to the top, it says 90-foot Hindu statue in Texas. The Statue of Union, a 90-foot statue of the Hindu god Hanuman, was unveiled at the Sri Ashtalakshmi Temple of Sugar Land, Texas, United States. All right, it is the 4th tallest statue in the United States after the birth of the New World, the Statue of Liberty, and the Pegasus and the Dragon statue, man. And again, I mentioned it before because it goes to show you the hypocrisy of Esau, Edom. He's talking about the Bible's the rock of the land, which is not. We know it's not, because if that was the case, same-sex marriage wouldn't be legal, you know. All right, homosexuals and lesbians supposed to be put to death, but yet they give them rights that protect them. All right, same-sex marriage is legal. They get to do whatever they want, you know. This place, America, is bugged out. This is why America is going to be destroyed. You understand? This place is done. All right, and what's the first commandment? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. But yet you got other gods being erected in this land, right? This place is done. You got all types of gods being worshipped in this land, man. So, how many gods are in Hinduism, man? Let's look that up, bro. All right, because this is a Hindu god, right? The Hindu god Hanuman, right? Let's see how many gods are in Hinduism. All right, let's search that real quick. How many gods are in Hinduism? It says, let's see what it says. It says a multiple of deities, because I know in Hinduism, right here, it says, however, the concept of 330 million gods is also prevalent, symbolizing the infinite forms of the divine. Come on, bro. 303. Oh, come on, man. 330 million gods, man. Just in one religion. Come on, man. It says the traditional text, the number 33 is often mentioned. Yeah, we know that 33 is, when you go into Freemasonry, that's a master mason. All right, 33rd degree Freemason. All right, it says representing a symbolic collection of major deities. However, the concept of 330 million gods is also prevalent. All right. Oh, man. So imagine all the Hindus in this land right here worshiping all those dang gods, man. Then you got the Muslims and then the Christians, all right. And then and then you got the Sikh gods, and bro, this place is done. America is finished, bro. Finished. All right. But Exodus the 20th chapter, I think, is the first verse or the second verse. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, man. All right. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. You Israelites, and also you ones that are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth under the other nations looking like the other nations. All right. We are to worship Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. That's who we bow down to. That's who we pray to, man. That's who's getting ready to destroy America by nuclear fire. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. You understand? All right. So, Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. In the meantime, you could take your own time and your own leisure time. You could read the letter of Jeremiah, man. All right, the letter of Jeremiah, man. All right, read the book of Baruch and the letter of Jeremiah, man. All right, so Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this lesson was edifying. All right. I want to say Kol Halalyum Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, until the next one, shalom.